Welcome everyone to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I am DM recording from Down Under. We are back in the Grim Forest. We took a day off. The content was personally just getting a little bit stale. I've just done a bit of exploring around what was available and a few redraws and a few key fights. We had issues with the Mimic over here, for example. Oh, is this one of the ones I haven't redrawn? Oh no, there she is. So I did some redraws just to get some champs that were a bit more favorable. I'm not sure if there are enough, but we'll see. And so I'm just going to go through, kill a couple of bosses and see where we end up with it. We will have a look at the purple area again. I'm not too confident over there, but we'll give it a go. Morrigan is a must for this Mimic. Like, I will redraw until I get her. And then we just need some damage, and I need one Reviver, which we will go with. Let's bring out Syl just for a bit of fun. And need a last damage dealer, Teox. Alright. Would prefer Marius and Toshiro in this team, but beggars can't be choosers, and the amount of times I re-rolled or redrew to get Morrigan, just insane. Now, in this scenario, the only mythic is Gizmak. If you watch the previous videos, I've been having lots of issues with the AI and switching forms. In this scenario, we should just be all fine. I don't think Gizmak's going to do much changing, and if he is, it's probably going to have the HP extended enough that I can just easily fix it. If anything, I'll probably manually change it after a while of extending that. Now, good thing is the actual Mimic itself has taken enough damage, so it's the target. Gizmak is hitting the smaller chest because he hits anyone who doesn't have HP burn on them. There's HP burn there, so it should stop there. Question is, who's gonna... Thor's also with the AoE. Everyone AoEing, so we're actually gonna probably have to manual for a second. Because the thing is, we don't care about that chest because of this heal reduction. As long as you got the heal reduction, then the actual boss is just cake. And Syl will keep everyone healed and revive if there's any issues. But yeah, I have a feeling that they'll probably do some kind of progressive for Morrigan in the future. Once people have seen all these videos and everyone puts her at the top tier. She's also top tier for... I might switch over now. She's also top tier for Amius as well, because his healing mechanic is a huge issue. Between block revive and heal reduction, you can really change that fight. Alright. Got one more turn left and then that chest is gone, and then I think we're back to full autos. I think that HP burn will stay around long enough. If not, we can switch back. Yeah, might as well. And there we go. Alright. That Brimstone as well. Big chunk of damage. Hopefully Teox actually gets a couple of attacks in. I've got my Syl in Relentless. Syl's best ability, in my opinion, is the passive, which every turn she takes will heal everyone. Now, granted, all the other abilities are great, but just for that alone, you want to take her. Relentless will give her a chance of extra turns. It's not so much about who she's hitting, although getting quick, back to your revive quicker is super important. But yeah, as long as she's healing everyone with that passive, just by taking as many turns. So you want to build her high defense, because that's where her damage comes from and surviving. And you want to build her with as much speed as possible. And then after that, you can get the accuracy and all the other stats. Now it's interesting, my Morrigan isn't that fast, but always easily keeping this heal reduction there. Ooh, there's the fragments. That's what we're looking for. So relic fragments and the actual champion fragments. I'm sure everyone's seen, but I'll just put it over here. You can pause if you want to. Very cool looking champion, but I'm not too sure how well they'll actually go. But it's a very easily obtained mythical. And when you start adding in Empress, Carnage, to an extent Mikage, we're starting to get to the point where it's possible to get a chunk of... I want the attack, not the accuracy. Let's go over here. Let's fill this one up. You're getting to the point where it's possible to get a whole bunch of mythical champions for free. Oh, we've got an extra fight over here. Let's go do that. I think it's quite interesting, like what free-to-play players can do. Plarium are terrible at the cost expenditure to get where you want to and all that. But for free-to-play players, they actually do a decent job of keeping you in the game. Having 3 mythical champions that you can definitely access, you know. You can get, technically, the mythical relics. All the stuff is available to some capacity with a bit of luck. Essentially, spending is about enhancing your luck and enhancing your chances of getting something that you want. You don't have to do it. And there's definitely some players out there that have been extremely lucky and just pulled all the stuff they need, the mythicals, the relics, all those kind of things without spending money. And they can be top tier contenders for it. There's also on the flip side people who have absolutely terrible luck. I've got a clan member who keeps pulling Jag Bonesaw. And they need champions. They're still in that phase of the game where they need a couple of decent Legos to push through content, and all they pull is Jag Bonesaw. I think they've got like 4 copies now. All right, almost done. Just a couple of big hits and that'll be over. But it is interesting, like it's a way to make these champions shine, and, you know, Skartosis you never hear about. But at the same token, I'm just sitting here on auto. There's no mechanics, there's no thought going with it. But I don't also know, like it's easy to be critical, but if you're going to be critical, what's the solution? Do we just amp up the difficulty? Or, you know, can you make a boss, one of these heroes, stronger without extra champions with them? I don't know. I do hope that there's some team out there that just sits around brainstorming all day. All right, so we'll take... Don't really need... Alice. I don't think I've actually taken Alice yet. I'm not really taking her because she's my best pick. Like a whole bunch of champions, she just hasn't had the love. For early game players, especially when she came out, huge champion to be having that early on. Once you get a bit later on, she's competing with other people who do the same things. And you got to think about like how you spread your gear across, and putting, you know, your top tier gear on someone who's filling a role as the same as someone else. It becomes a bit of a hassle. And yeah, you can switch gear, but I don't know, for me personally, switching gear, it's not a fun mechanic. I do it when I'm, you know, quite urgent about it. If I have one purple boss left and changing gear around will make that difference, then I'll do it. But it's not something I would rate that importantly. I feel like we had a go over here and didn't have much success. We got... Where is she? There she is. All right. So we have Thor, Nut, Raka, Morrigan, and Teox. Again, Raka probably wasn't needed. I'd just take it as a bit of healing to go along the way, but I was just going to lay in hard. Eats. Is that Croaker that got eaten? Oh, Teox, sorry. That's fine. Nut will actually do quite good with these Blessed Bashes. He'll keep the boss like down very quick. He has got Relentless on as well. Nut, for me personally, is all about the A3. So getting back to the A3 as quickly as possible. The other option is Reflex or possibly Merciless. If you want to go all in on 9 piece of Merciless, then that's a very, very strong build. It's hard though because, well, it's not hard, but it's disappointing seeing all those attack stats on someone who's defensive based. But I've done that with Marius, and it's fine. It would be nice if they made the equivalent set for defense nukers or something like that. But then again, we don't need any more sets. Like, maybe if they could make a set where the primary, or sorry, where the stat is variable based on your primary stat. So if it's defensive base, it gives you 10% defense. If it's HP base, you get 10% HP, and so on. I think that would be pretty cool. No, we're almost done. Problem is we've hit this chest also quite hard thanks to Thor. Having that Brimstone plus these big hits. You just see huge chunks go. There's the Relentless kicking in. And that's it done. Alright, easy. Easy on the Mimics. Much better when we have the correct pool of champions. Down here, we will take kind of curious. Let's go without a healer reviver. See what Morrigan can do in terms of just keeping them going. Boosting the turn meter. Nut will heal himself. Teox and Tholen are a bit squishy. But if they hit hard enough... And to be fair, if you've got a team of 4 really heavy, hard-hitting nukers, you can go without Morrigan. Just keep that in mind, that if you had the right draw of champions that you've built well enough, you can just do the big hits. And sure, it will heal, but you'll still get there. Morrigan isn't 100% essential. She's just the easiest way of doing it. Down to the final third. Just really waiting on Nut for one final Blessed Bash and then a little bit of extra damage. Perfect. More of the fragments. That's what we're looking for. That's why it's important. Once you've beaten the final boss, it is still quite important to actually keep going. Now, I haven't tried this one yet. Just thinking that maybe we wait out his block damage. Oh no, actually, Ethelyn can probably... have a look here. Blocks the skills, but no removing. don't know that I really care about anyone else, though. It may not be the quickest team. I think this will still be fine. We got a Boro, Demetha, Gembo, Stag. Is that their Arbiter's mate? Her name's gonna escape me for the rest of this. So this is gonna be the key thing here, is that Odin, I don't want to say Thor, Odin is going to be doing block damage on his team, and at that point I don't think I've really built anything to kind of counter it. But if they're all dead, well, 2 of them survived. If the AI is smart enough, they'll just keep hitting Odin. And we're probably fast enough at this point that, yeah, see, the block damage comes straight back. Not surprised, but we'll keep them stunned thanks to Thor's passive. Oh no, it's fallen off. Android, mate. Brought you for healing. Now, I've been noticing this weird glitch where the game just thinks for a while. We saw Teox die there, but why was he waiting? If I had a video editor, I'd probably like put a video over the top of him just standing there waiting to die. Now, as long as you got block buffs, his block damage isn't going to land. What do we got here? An attack one with some speed. No crit though. Now I've got some rings, so that's good. Crit damage amulet, you'll want that. Less so on the banner. Now I do want this just because we have Hilvi coming up. I'll grab every soulstone I can get. Let's just not go with a support person. We'll take dungeons, battles. That'll do. Let's see what happens when we take no healing. No issues at all. It'd be interesting to see if they put Torment and Hilvi in some waves together. I question how much, like, I feel like it's very much set and forget. What about 22? All right, let's go up for a purple just to change it up. We have this team. Oops, actually helps if I choose them. I definitely want some more healing. And maybe I'll go Shayak. Toshiro should have the damage. I'm a bit more worried about surviving. I just need to be careful because I want my cooldowns. Alright, revive on death. It is what it is. Okay, that's an issue. Alright, I'm gonna have to try that again. I'm gonna have to watch a bit careful. Now, the problem here is I've just used the shield then. So I've just used all those abilities in preparation. So where was the hit on Raka? Now this is the taunt. Because if he dies, that's fine. But if she dies, huge issue. Let's Marshall lead with the big hit. Okay. Definitely need to manage that better. So I can use no cooldowns except for Tashiro's. Or do I save Tashiro for that second one? Maybe that's the better way. Let's try and heal back up. Use this. Because now they're less threatening. Tashiro with a good run there. Alright, she's almost done. Okay, so let's put the shield on, because that was an issue. With the block debuffs, the big hit. Much better. Now we'll take it slow again. Slow as this team can do. Alright. Now we've got block buffs. See, if I had that shield down, we'd be fine on that one. Not yet needing that healing. Taunt is going to be important. Alright. This is okay so far. Oh, there she goes. And even Tashiro, not that much. One last try, and then it might be food for thought. Do this, just to be safe. Let's do it this way. Oh, I could probably have looked at my curios as well. Alright, we should be good on cooldowns by the time we get back to it. No, I'm going to take the shield because I'm worried about the big hit from Martial Lead. And I'll take this because I'm worried about any debuffs. If we put the big hit on, they all die. Can't do anything because of these block buffs. I'm not hitting hard enough to take a massive chunk out of someone. It just comes down to Raka surviving. But I'm blowing that shield cooldown, which I need. Alright. So this time I might try just letting Toshiro nuke them and then just build back after that. I need to get the revive up. The end of the wave will give some healing. Next turn, if I need some more, my partner can do it then. So I can't. Okay, different outcome. I really need this Duchess gone. And then... Okay. Now I should have all my cooldowns if there's any possibility of doing it without having to level up further or whatever it may be. This will be the chance. To clear that out. Oh, much bigger hit there. Let's get the taunt. Raka taking those hits. Just holding in at the moment. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Need the shield to stay alive. I really need to take out over this side. Still got this one. One more turn. Don't want to hit Mithrala because of that petrification. Unfortunately, doubling up on the block debuffs, but that should be enough. Oh, we did it. And the Mythic Tome. Oh, that feels so good. That feels so good. That one was quite a hard one. Like, there was actually some thought into what team I needed. Epics. I do prefer the HP and speed. I mean, we were still taking a whole bunch off from the debuffs. Okay. Now, I don't know if I... Yeah, without a reviver, like, we need to redraw. Oops. Marius, not. Maybe we just go Elva for the extra one. I don't know, maybe. This is a team that's definitely possible. My Elva, I put some books into her during champion training. So she's slightly better, but not. Let's be real. Not. She hasn't been loved enough. Alright. Let's keep an eye on who's dying where. Probably don't need her to do stuff. Okay, probably should have focused over there. Who have we got? Arbiter. Okay. I find it very hard to determine what champions you're fighting when they've got like the HP burn on. Alright. Just going to do this because I got the revive on death. That's protected. There's not much I can do about it. Let's just stop you. Fine on that note. Just going to try and lower their health as much as possible as we slowly... Alright, well, you're the target now. And so are you. And you. Everyone's now the target. Alright, I need to get those cooldowns back. Probably not his. We need to get Rakka's back. We'll get the block. Need one more turn, really. Oh, Marius. Too good. Too good, buddy. No, let's save that. Elva can do it. Alright, we're in a good spot here. Really enjoying when you can do this. I'm gonna switch back forms. Everyone's got it. Just got to take them out slow enough that I can get my cooldowns back. She's useless, so it's probably just Timid at this point. Fear messing us up a little bit, but the HP burns saving us. Everyone will have their cooldowns back. Starting to combine words. All right. All right. So, probably more worried about this. Go with that. Might get him over. Because now Marius with the decreased defense on them. Get 1, 2. I'm going to take this. Those counterattacks, as you've seen, have been quite useful. We put the block debuffs up with Elva, then we can save Rakka's revive. Protect ourselves. And then we should be able to finish. This was a lot easier. All right. And probably just auto it. Good rewards. These purple rewards are quite good. We've got Odin back again. I'm less inclined for that ore, but we got 19 left. Draw. Damage. Not my favorite person, but I think I'm better off with Godseeker for an extra revive. We know Toshiro will clean the wave out. Speed's okay. Nope, they are going to beat us. All right. Don't think I'm going to kill anyone. I'm just going to put the unkillable with the taunt just to be safe. And Toshiro's locked out. Of course you are. More reason that we do this. All right. Gizmak. Oh. Okay. Whole bunch of issues there. All right, let's not hold off on the start. Let's see if we can do some damage. And then stay. Oh, that's a bit better. Ooh, that's much better. Too good. Now I've got to worry about the next one. All right. Revive on death is a huge problem. Oh, through the fear, that was a lucky one. That could have been a big issue. Gizmak is definitely going to go down. She's got 1 turn left on that. Confused where that revive just came from. Alright, so next threat is probably Marshaleed, doing decent damage with the fears as well. And we absolutely need Opardon to do a chunk of damage. Alright, so if we can just heal through all of this, see how much damage he does. Alright. Don't need to Shiro. You can stop, mate. You can come back. Gets a bit more healing for it. Alright, we're back to full health. Do this. And finish her off. Now, we've got the Unity champion, we've got Freya, who will keep them alive. We've got Thor, who's going to do a massive amount of damage. Not sure who is my worst threat at the moment. Let's just go in. Okay, Thor's taken a decent hit there. We're at full health at the moment. Let's keep on Thor. No damage at all. Already got the block debuffs up. There's that block damage. Big hits from Thor. Shiro's the only one who doesn't have it. I think I'll wait for a turn. If I wait too long, then let's drop this on Freya because she's so tanky. We can bait Thor into the block damage though is going to screw that up. Everyone's got it. Stay with this. Gizmak actually tanking there. That was surprising. No block damage here. A shield though. Ignore's unkillable. Rough. Shouldn't matter because he's below 50% health. But then that block damage again. Really need a buff stripper like Fabian. If I could sub Fabian in here, that would make this fight a lot easier, but they're not taking the damage at the same time. Literally, we're just here if Godseeker can get Elva, who can get Toshiro maybe. There's no chance. Block skills. This one is definitely more food for thought later. What did we have here? Not really. Demeter's not enough. Marius, Noel, Nick. Okay, maybe. We all want Nick in the lead then. I guess we can go Geo. Geo has a chance to remove the shield if it's not protected. It's okay damage. Let's freeze them. I don't want to get hit. They are about to hit us. Just going to try and keep her out. He's not going to be an issue. We'll have all our cooldowns back. I've got Leoris. See how much damage we can do. So Elva's just going to bring people back, although that stun will help us. Let's freeze people out. He's still tanking. All right, we're going to get our cooldowns back, and then the big part. Soul Reap says no. Do have an Alaz there. All right. Just want that unkillable up as quickly as possible. And if you can keep them frozen. Get some more freeze. I don't have the unkillable up. Bad timing on this. I'm going to need her to revive people, otherwise I'm in trouble. With that taunt on, we're in a lot more trouble than we want to be. Alright, we can try again. He's just going to freeze everyone. Alright. Should have our cooldowns. Need that unkillable. I've already got the unkillable, so let's keep her out of it. Alright, everyone has died way too quickly. Now he takes all his turns. Alright, we'll have the main ones up. Alright, get those freezers going. That fear not helping us. Let's keep this going. Ah, should have. Shit, stone skin anyway. That's the freeze. Alright. We've got block debuffs on them, so let's take yours. Get the unkillable back. Suffering from our own freeze. Well, from your culls, but same strategy we've been using. Can't do that. We get lucky and ignore the fear. Just not doing enough damage. Marius is getting taunted to no end. Somebody will fall. Still doing no damage. Like, it's crazy. Taunt again. Still got 2 turns left of it. Really need that freeze. Oh, Marius actually taking a turn. Let's get this back. Let's... Nobody's got buffs. Ah, finally got a kill. Alright, let's keep this going, because the only thing that's kept us in this battle has been the unkillable. I'm curious, if you're watching this, if you're somehow still sitting there watching this in all its glory, how do you find watching it? Like, there's not much going on. Everyone's got block debuffs. Choices. No, we've screwed it. Oh, I knew it was 1 or 2 options, but we are 9 minutes into this fight, and I could have put the unkillable on, but then I had to wait. I don't think I'm going to do that one on stream. I think I can do it. It's just... it's not fun. Alright, and then we've got this one over here. We have Marius. We've got no reviver at all. No way I'm doing that one. Have I got redraws? Yeah, let's go redraw. Still not my strongest team. Got some damage, but no reviver. That's fine. Different time. She's also going to hate Androck with all his buffs. An easy version of Frey there. Yeah. Alright, let's try Astrid. Just mounts up when like that single fight with a failure is 10 minutes. Let's go this way. Yeah. Should be fine. It was rewarding to beat a purple boss, and Freya, I know, just with better RNG, spending the energy right, you know, it'll be fine in the end. Let's I was gonna say Thor. Odin with the block damage comes down to literally having a buff stripper. So if I have Fabian, then I can strip it off them theoretically and actually start doing some damage. The problem is getting Fabian and say Raka and Toshiro and all of that. So it'll be interesting. I'll probably come back at the end of the rotation and do a summary video to say, you know, this is where we ended up at. You know, we re-rolled 30 million times and we did it, or we still didn't get it done. This one should just be full auto. Feral's one of the champions I strongly want. Has not landed, no matter how many progressives I pulled on. Has been missing sorely from my pools. Who's the other guy? Ah, King Galkabar. One of the things I'd like Raid to do is add like a training mode where you can test out combinations and things without having to use energy or whatever the resource may be. It would be cool to have, you know, these fights, but have an unlimited roster so you can play around and see what combinations work and don't work. Especially when you look at, what is it, Bronco, who likes to do specific teams and that. It'd be cool to see that. They do like to, they have the test server, which gives them a lot more free range. Slowly going down. The thing is, she offers like nothing at this point because she's a support champion, but she's so tanky for no reason. Let's have another drink before I lose my voice completely. There we go. Thank you, Empress. Decreases each enemy's resistance. Resistance hasn't been the issue. What else have we got? Some easy ones down here. Enjoy Calamitous. I'm not too sure how much to be worried. Take Elba and... yeah, okay. That and that, or that. Just gonna make sure I stay alive. Calamitous with his poisons. Still hits hard enough. Tashira will probably just go straight through here. Probably didn't need to do that. Alright, let's wind it down a bit. He should be right. Healing might be an issue. Who needs to die? Nobody really. We'll swap him over. And then we will kill most of them. Harvest Jack surviving. Gizmak will fix that. Now we should be auto. Oh, Tashiro. Oh, there's that shield. That's fine, just takes longer. And then Tashiro goes and ruins it. Okay, shield's going to be a bit more of an issue than we wanted. I need Gizmak to swap back. Oh, never mind. When he's in the right form. It's nice and easy over there. We must have already... Yeah, we already did this. So look at Carnage. We have Toshiro and Empress. No, we'll go Thor. What we really want is maybe this way. I think I'm relying heavily on Toshiro again here. At least he's in first. We can see where we're up to. Do a couple of auto. Ah, Shamail slowing the fight down. Not anymore. Now Carnage can reduce the skill cooldowns, which is, or increase them I should say, which can be a pain. Duchess obviously can revive everyone. Now auto, assuming Toshiro doesn't want to screw up. Actually, his next turn is probably... Nope, be at it. Easy for a mythical. We're way down 15, we're halfway. I need to speed this video up a bit. Not too worried about many of these other ones. It's just a purple area. I'll try and get a couple more cards so I've got more stats. The faster I can go, the more I can keep Unkillable up, for example, on Freya. Bit of resistance and just stats in general might also help. I mean, I could use pretty much every stat in her fight. Resistance to stop the taunts. We can use the defense and HP to actually survive. Crit damage so we can actually kill someone. Alright. I can auto that and then... leave it to Empress to finish him off. Moto's dead. Oh no, Moto wants to survive. Not anymore. Esme is quite survivable at times when she wants to be. Right, with that shield, she's very tanky. Just slows things down. She does have that provoke, which just stops you from doing what you need to. But not at this stat level. I think that again highlights the difference between the purple area and the normal areas. This is... what's on 5 random enemies. Okay, that's a big upgrade. I feel like there's something there. Oh, there. No, just a literal dead end. All right. All right, we will take... You know what? Let's not. Let's just go all in. Nope. Krokad finishing everyone off. Nope. Thor finishing everyone off. And now they want to survive. Quite interesting. No healing or revivers, and we might get through. Ooh, it's close. Everyone lives. Krokad keeping up with Thor, but without Shayak would have been a lot less. Alright, so we've got those done. We're down to 9. We're starting to get a bit further. Because I want this chest here. We will take... for the cleanse. Damage. I guess damage. We're not the team that I would have been choosing. We need another support. Let's just go that way. 33%. Yeah, let's go that way. Not anticipating too much of an issue. Don't want the freeze because that'll slow us down. No. Just gonna do some healing because Leo getting a bit low. And we're through. Need to take out that Ugo. Not as hard as I would like. Alright, just going through the auto battles. Alright, let's focus on Ugo before he becomes the last one. Giving these cooldowns makes this a lot slower than it probably should be. I think I'm probably being a bit over cautious at the moment. Well, Dazdurk, pretty power crept these days, in my opinion. Alright, should be fine just to let it go. Alright, freeze a bit of an issue. That's what Whirlum and Carillion. Alright. Alright, as long as Leo stays alive, we should have no issues from here. Damage is okay. Could be better. All right. That one's a good one. Perfect. Level 28. All right, attack and speed. That's where we're going. New one. Free heal. That could be interesting. It's weird to be getting a new one this late. We have a look at our curios. And I mean, I don't have the feather on, which is frustrating. Which one was this? I'll take this off and put that on. But yeah, I've got a whole bunch of 1-stars still. Quite interesting. And there's no, like, these are preset, they're not all of them. All right. Damage, damage, damage. Remove that. We'll go with and Ethlin. Yeah. We'll try. What's the worst that could happen? If we can lock some out, maybe it makes it a bit faster. I don't know. At this point of Grim Forest, I'm just feeling a bit burnt out because like the content is either extremely hard, like the purple area, or extremely easy, like where we are. And sometimes it's just bad rolls, so you just gotta wait a day. I don't know that I'm finding it exciting once you've gotten past those other bosses. So I feel like they're a bit too accessible. Maybe you could add an extra mechanic like having to kill X amount before killing one of the 4 bosses before having to kill him. I don't know. But then you've got the people who just go straight for the end boss, Which you do get a nice badge for your profile, which is kind of nice. Alright, these are going down. I don't know how many more fights. I don't have much energy left, but I feel like this has already been a pretty long video. It's been fun, you know, trying to do a series, and I kind of want to do the maximum amount on this series because I'm not going to go back and really redo it. Unless they change, like, the end bosses, then I don't really see the point. And my concern with this mode is it's fun exploring for a little bit, but after a while, it's just a time sink. The rewards are great. The rewards make it worth it. But, you know, my videos, I've been spending an hour a day, you know, doing some of these fights. And we talked about before that you can break it up, but I just wonder that this is going to become a grind without some kind of auto battle shenanigans, which we're already, like, asking for on Chimera. We've got it on Hydra now and Demon Lord. Doom Tower, we still need something of that nature because going through those waves and then just, yeah, redoing those bosses, you should be able to auto battle. Six energy. What do we have down south? Easy battle here. Have we done this guy? No. I don't have any redraws anyway. So we need some healing. Kind of missing all my nukers. That poses some threat. Still need a reviver. Guess Godseeker, but then I need another damage person, probably Ninja. And how much survivability do we need? Ah, I've put the wrong... Oh, I should have been paying attention to that, but that doesn't matter. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference in the end of it. We're fast enough. $700. Trying to calculate that damage and just waiting for it. It's a bit strange. It must be trying to check something and failing and getting stuck in a loop temporarily. Yeah, here's the problem here is he's counter-attacking and just taking a million hits. We really need Androck back. We probably don't need that heal yet. Bit of evade there. Pops it back up. Still fine on health. Ooh, just held on there. Never mind. Some healing going. Should be back in action. Ninja kills not. At least we got Androck back for some extra healing. We can keep Godseeker going. Probably 10 turns. He is going to start getting faster. And that shield's coming back. No. Just instant kills himself. Alright. With no armor plates up, if we get a revive. Not in time. Oh no, yep, just in time. There we go. Alright, back in action. Did not see what the minimum requirement was. But yeah, it seems like Nut and Ninja at the same time is a bit too much for us to take. Take Androck because he's going to keep us more survivable. Maybe I would have been better off taking Demetha for the block damage. I'm going to take Geomancer back because he should reduce some of that damage we're taking as well. And reflect it back. Oh, just disappeared. Still, we get the win. How did we actually do on that? It's weird that it doesn't really tell you. Oh, yeah. I mean, we got the 13 mil. We're close on it. But yeah, Demetha instead of Geo could possibly have kept Not alive a couple more times. We got 5 energy to go. Let's go Rio. We have... and we don't really have a reviver here. Poses probably too much of a threat this far down. I think actually I wanted to explore over this way. There's definitely something over there. Let's try this again. Maybe with the better stats. Might be enough. Seems all right. That's... I know it is Gorgrab. We will put it on him. Not that I'm worried. The ally attack on her. And we should be fine. Bit too fine. Alright. Probably worried about the Helicat because of all the extra things he can do, not so much his damage. And the only thing I probably want is Gizmak to have the HP burns up. Not sure why I didn't do it last time. If it was just a stat thing versus a healing, or I just ran out of time or something. Everyone's dying pretty easy. Nobody taking... Sorry, he was. She's not taking the HP burn, but there it goes. But then she's just cleansing it straight off. The biggest thing here is that Morrigan heal reduction on her. Otherwise she'll just spend the whole day there. Bit by bit, she slowly goes down with her. Just a very tanky champion with all the continuous heals that she can get out. If you don't have that heal reduction, she will just heal back to full health. Done. Decent rewards. We can explore that bit of the map behind with the chest. Nice. And we can go over here. Well, we're 2 energy left, so we're pretty much at the end of this video. Damage dealers are less than ideal. Fabian should keep people locked out. Raka will keep them alive. And then not with the counterattacks for a bit of freeze. Brocat and Tholen hopefully can survive. Alright, it's that favourite Lyris. Not so resistant here. Elva's probably the threat if you're manualing, but with the reduced cooldowns, that makes it a lot easier. No unkillable. And then just Thea. Ugo's probably the bigger thing here. Might just manual just to get some hits on him. Whisper's a champion I still don't have. Void Epic. Quite talked about the amount of damage that she can put out. I hope to one day get a copy. Alright, final thing that we can do is... We don't want another Freya, that's boring. We could look at... Let's go get a Lego book. No, Morrigan. Where is she? Somewhere here. Morrigan. But we should have enough damage. Yeah, we'll go this way. If this team can't damage, then God help me. Toshiro will just straight through. Probably don't need anything else. Down they fall. Finish them. Oh, someone lives. And done. Alright, so I'm not seeing any revive. Could be wrong. I don't know these two champions so well. Man, doesn't matter. Dead before I get to see what they do. Could be cool if Raid added a feature inside the game where you could actually see what champions do. As well as therefore pretty much just healing. She'll do plenty of it, but when she's taking that much damage, there's no healing that'll save her. Granted, she will try. There we go. Legendary Tome. That will be useful. Champion training is done, but we'll be back there soon. So a couple of bosses that I'll play around with. I don't think... I mean, Ashnar is probably somewhat interesting. But otherwise, yeah, probably just clear out the rest of these by myself. And maybe come back... I don't think I will, actually. I think this might be the last video until we summarize for it, because I just think these fights take so long that the interest is... I don't know who's sitting there watching every single turn I take with it. But overall, still I've enjoyed it. Oh, we've got this chest still. Got one more charm to find. That'd be interesting. Don't know what shows off the charms. Maybe it's just a random pathway or something like that. I think I've seen them on there. But yeah, we've done 110 battles now, which is the last of those rewards. One more chest to collect. Purple area. Purple and Phrygius. That's pretty much it. Purple. And yeah, a couple of Phrygius just hiding around. That one's already done, I'm pretty sure, yeah. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed watching. This was is meant to be a bit more of a quick fire, just boss, but some of them with a few high stat requirements. But I'll be on my next video a lot shorter. We should be doing a sacred shard pulling video for the Summon Rush. Probably only do the first reward for it. I'll probably do all the events. But keep an eye out, post a comment below, and thanks for watching.